Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Midday Market Update. My name is Glenn, Senior Stock Market Strategist for VectorVest. Glad to be here, glad to have you here, and all that kind of stuff. Hopefully, you all had a great weekend. Let's see, if you can hear me loud and clear, by all means, respond in the affirmative in the chat, preferably with VV Nation, to let me know that I am coming across loud and clear. Loud and clear. All right, I got to turn this down because Joey's got his audio in the background blaring. You need to say hi to Joey, by the way. Oh, yeah, now I'm not gonna turn you back up. Just don't be messing up.
I was just clicking the link.
Well, stop messing up. It did work.
There's your alert.
Here's my alert. How come I can't see the people? Oh, I can see the people. All right, so in a minute, don't jinx it. What did he say? What did hear you? What did John say? Sigh. We go back in the chat. John, why does Elf keep going up? Joey must be in there buying. Yeah.
Big lots.
And that stuff. All right, you believe what happened? Hold on, Pedro. I'm going to get to that in a second. I want the people to get here. I'm going to address the elephant in the room with LUNR. I'm going to address the elephant in the room because I was the one that put out the video that said the video that the stock was going to go up to the moon, and literally, and Joey put me in a spacesuit. I think he did really good on the thumb, by the way. So yeah, PANW we're going to talk about today. Christopher says sell Lunar. Well, let me see. We got 110 people here today. I'm thinking that the alert hit, and the people that are here are the people that are here. There it is, 289. So let me address Lunar. LUNR. As y'all hit the like button on your way in, remember 10 likes is wisdom from Glenn on one stock. That's true. So for every 10 likes we get to look at and analyze a stock. We get to analyze a stock. So now we got about 300 people in the room. Let me address the Lunar story. LUNR was a stock that I put out a video about. It had huge potential to the upside. And so this is what happened with Lunar. It went to the moon. It didn't fall down on its side and go boom. But it is still transmitting the data that they were looking for from the lunar module nonetheless. So I got out of it. I was in it. I had like a 15 or 20% trail on it because I knew in the video, I told you that it was going to be an aggressive play. I said that, right? And I said that if you thought it was going to be a get rich quick overnight, that this wasn't the play. So I had either a 15 or 20% trailing stop on it for the purposes of giving it a little bit more room. It blew through it. So I still like the stock for what they're doing. I think that it's the beginning of a lot more things that will happen as far as putting people on the moon and putting some housing, whatever it is, on the moon. I still like the stock. All right. But right now, I took my chance. I only had 2% of my portfolio in that stock. That was it. I told y'all not to back up the truck and put all this was an aggressive play, the whole 9 yards. So I did get out of the play. It did hit my stop, and there it is. Now, Lee says he made 6% on Lunar. Lunar value is 27 cents. I won't touch that one, says John. And it was way overvalued. It wasn't fundamentally sound. I let you know in the video that it wasn't a fundamentally sound stock. But the whole idea of another space race, I think, spurred the stock's move to the upside, and then it fall down, go boom. You think Lunar can go back up again? STW, I think so, but that's just me talking. It all depends on what people think about the stock outside of me. All right, my insight was my insight based on the case that I presented for you. All right, so there you go. So I wanted to address that. Right away because I was the biggest proponent of it. Remember, I have no skin in the game as far as wanting to go up. As far as I don't get paid for it, on pushing it or anything like that. I don't want anybody to ever think that I pump a stock. I look at the news, I look at the stock, but I give you an honest assessment on the stock. And that was my honest assessment. And Rogue, we got that. I got you. I feel that as a person who is considered to be an influencer on the channel, I wanted to address that. All right, so there we go. With that being said, looking at our color guard, a mixture of all three lights over the last 6 days, I still think that the market's having a hard time really determining which direction it really wants to go. I am cautiously bullish. I'm bullish because the MTI is not at a level where the market's looking for a top. So with that being said, let's get right into the software. There is, outside of the color guard, there is the VectorVest composite. All right, still going up, hitting a new 3-month high today, trading right at the session highs, no wick at the top of the candle. All right, no wick at the top of the candle. So I like the move. It was in a channel set up by our support and resistance, broke through Friday, followed through today. The market still has upsides. I still want you to pay attention to our indicators. All right, the indicators are showing that we are at a level where the market may be going up. This is a bearish divergence. All right, so that's, I'm not predicting that the market's going down, at least not yet, but the market needs it. Whether you like it or not, the market needs it. Let's go put this on a 6-month graph. Let's go put this on a 1-year graph. All right, on a 1-year graph, we're not at the 1-year high yet, but slowly but surely moving higher. What's driving all of this? Starting from November of last year, the Fed stated that they were, it went to a weekly graph, stated from November of last year that we're going to be looking at possibly 3 rate cuts this year. That's what really helped to push the market higher. All right, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. As a matter of fact, let's change this to end of day. Why is that on 5 years? End of day, 1 year. All right, there we go. Look at that. Just look, November time period. Market went, and is still going. All right, and I know multi-year graph. Now, Bill, I'm on a 1-year graph. But that coming off of this low that happened late October, then getting into the confirmed call, and we've been up ever since. It is what it is. What's driving this? AI, tech stocks, chip stocks. That's what's pushing the market higher. And a lot of people didn't make money early in the move, so we've got fear of missing out. All of the money, I think if you look at it, all of the money in the market is going to those stocks. Have you seen the prices on all of those stocks out there? They're high, because people are piling into that. So again, all I'm thinking is I'm giving you a heads up. I'm not trying to scaremonger anybody, but you got to be aware. I wrote sound down, Leos. I wrote it down. Not fear. I just want to be real. I want this to be realistic. I want you guys to know what's going on and keep your eyes on the market. All right. So with that, what's pushing the market higher today? Let's get into my news stories. All right, getting into my news stories. This week, Fed's preferred inflation gauge to test stocks record highs. We're at record highs on the Dow, on the S&P. I don't know about on the Dow. What you need to know this week. And with that, I brought up the economic calendar for this week. Building permits came in this morning. Little lower than previous, but a little higher than the forecast. I'm looking at new home sales down. New home sales month over month down. All right. I'm wondering if we're running out of people wanting, because they're still leery about what's going on with the interest rates, if they're getting more leery about buying into new homes. It's not down, but wow, it's not down. Wow, the previous was 7.2. Look at the actual 1.5. That's a big drop in new home sales from the last one. And we'll see. All right, Tuesday, which is tomorrow, we have durable goods. And let's go into Wednesday, GDP. That's going to be a big story on Wednesday. That's going to be a big, are we making money as a country or not? Goods trade balances. Then we get a couple of Fed members speaking, Bostic and Williams. Thursday, another big day, core PCE, and then I've also got GDP for Canada coming out on Thursday as well. Pending sales, another Fed going to be talking, a couple of them. And Friday, we got Fed, Baker, we got oil. So there's a lot of stuff coming out, but the big one is going to be Wednesday, which is going to be GDP. All right, so we're gonna. I wanted to put all of these things up there for you to keep your eyes on what's going on. Glenn, you mentioned ACMR. They're coming out with earnings this week. Earnings per share has gone up 100% over the last 12 months. Not a big company, but breakout close. Let me go put ACMR on the list as well. I'll put that. QS, I'll put that on the list as well. All right, PCE Thursday. If we don't get a 2-handle 2.4, I'll have to eat crow. Well, Jeff, we'll see if you like crow or not. I don't know. I had nowhere to go with that. All right, let me get through these stories real quick. Jeff says ACMR MPI says trend and trigger. And California girl, are you new? I've never seen you chat. I'm going to write your stock down, California girl. SoFi and NU running. I did something on NU in a pick last week. I don't remember, for what reason. But I got that written down as well. All right. Why do people call me when I'm doing a live stream? People should know. People in my world should know I'm doing a live stream right now. TSMC opens its first plant in Japan. All right. Big chip maker, TSMC and ASML are in cahoots with each other. That's going to be a big story, getting a more global footprint on making chips. Then, how about what's going on with NVIDIA and Taiwan Semi? TSMC launches its first chip plant in Japan, boosting the global semiconductor supply chain. I'm loving that the supply is not always now having to come out of China. We are aggressively going after that between Taiwan Semi, who's in Taiwan, and all of the chip companies here. We're trying to get our dependence off of China. Please look at an ETF for Japan. Does anybody have an ETF for Japan without me having to look for it? SMC coming back. Okay to buy back. I'll write that down. SMCI. If someone can get me Google down $140, time to buy. And Google, was that creepy? I just want everybody to answer when I said, was that creepy? Was that creepy? Yes or no? All right, you guys are writing stocks down a lot. Joey says yes. Remember, for every stock that you... Stop it, Joey. For every stock you guys want to see, I need to have 10 likes for every stock. All right? You guys got to put some EWJ. I want to write that. Is that it? EWJ? All right, I'm going to make sure that's on the list. And DJX, I don't think that's Japan. I don't think that's Japan. CPRT. All right. Listen, don't write any more stocks down. I don't think I'm going to be able to, depending on how much you put out there. All right. No more stocks. You guys have put enough stocks out there. All right. And how about Kathy Wood sells her TSMC shares, adjusting its semiconductor industry investment strategy in the AI boom. So moving out of chips more into AI. And then another story, Micron. And this is for Micron begins mass production of its HBM3E to be used in the NVIDIA H200 chip. So all of these companies, whether it's chip, whether it's AI, they're just putting more news out there, attracting more people in, DJX, okay, attracting more people to their stocks. Man, so the Gemini Man effect brought Google. What is the Gemini Man effect? Is that a movie? I don't know. Going to the next story. I'm mad about this website, Market Screener. Telnar partners with, and I can't remember. I think it's NVIDIA. I think that, for the AI push. Yeah, it is. Telnar is collaborating with NVIDIA. Again, all this NVIDIA, TSMC, all of these stocks, SMCI, are still on the boom. And Zoom, we're going to talk about that in a second when I look at earnings. Zoom's got earnings. My take on Zoom, moving off, I don't want to see the screen anymore. My take on Zoom was great during COVID. I don't think, now you got things like Teams, which we use here at VectorVest. You've got other outlets that have gotten part of that business. I think that that's going to hurt Zoom. So that's my 2 cents when it comes down to that. Gemini is Google AI. Oh, is that what it is? All right. So everybody's trying to go after their own AI like Microsoft did. Well, actually, Chat GPT. That was the big boy in the AI space. That was the big boy in the AI space, and everybody's going after them. I think Microsoft saw the writing on the wall when they made the big investment into OpenAI. All right. And from that, man, everybody else is trying to catch up. Everybody else. And OpenAI is a private company. And everybody is trying to follow in those footsteps. I think Microsoft did an outstanding job when they bought into it. More knowledge. We already talked about Lunar. I still like it long term. I bought into it. It hit my stop. I am out of it. Tesla is up 4.75%. Still on your watch list, Glenn? Yes. Lifestyle, it's still in the Magnificent Seven. And I just did a video on it recently. Was Tesla ready to bottom? If you haven't checked it out on our channel, go check it out. All right, so I posed the case if I was ready to get into Tesla or not, but it's in that video. Go to our video channel, go to our YouTube channel, go check it out. Please go check it out. SoundHound, I do like. SoundHound, I do like, because that whole space is killing it. That whole space is killing it. So just about C3AI has earnings this week as well. I think it's going to do well. Qualcomm launches an AI hub to power advances in mobile AI. Offers a library of more than 75 re-optimized models. Again, all of these, if you notice, are all, for the most part, are all AI stories. They're just dominating the business. And you're right, Bill. I wasn't ready for Tesla yet, but I didn't want to tell Lifestyle that. I wanted him to go watch it. Man, Bill, why are you taking all the thunder away? Good gravy. Gled said he liked SoundHound a while back. That is also, but again, Sharon, it made sense even then because of the whole AI boom. So I don't think there's too many AI stocks out there that I don't like. And Ryan did a video on Palo Alto last week as well. You guys need to check out all of the videos that we put out on our channel. You really do. You said Lunar was going to the moon. Dan, it did go to the moon. Literally. All right. And I addressed it. I still think that it's a good play. But would I buy it right now? No. Would I take my, it hit my stop. How about that? It did hit my stop. I got out of the trade. I like it long term because I think this is just the beginning of what they are going to do in regards to moon stuff. All right. So I believe I watched your Tesla video, says Lifestyle. And if you watch the video said I wasn't ready for Tesla yet. I'm still playing Tesla Q. I'm still in Tesla Q. I'm still up on it. And we'll see if I hold on to that. All right, next one, Coinbase. Coinbase reveals Texas voters believe crypto is a relevant topic for the next elections. Now, you know I don't like politics, but when the stock can play into politics, I just want you to be able to keep your eye on it. This could be something that keeps the Coinbase going on, but here's another story. Bitcoin halving is coming. That's this story from Investor Place. Bitcoin is super expensive. So a split or halving, along with the spot ETF, I haven't really kept up with the spot ETFs. I think I'm going to make a watch list of all of the spot ETF, and I'm going to keep my eyes on them. But Bitcoin is super expensive. The spot ETF was a way to get people into Bitcoin at a much lower price. Bill says halving is huge. I agree. I don't know. This is just one space talking about it. I want to see more backup in regards to this story. But this is just a story that came out today. All right, it's 6:01 Eastern. All right. The bull case backed by Bitcoin's upward climb in the company's efforts to improve product efficiency. Even though there are plenty of risks to consider, recent news of Bitcoin's price surging following the spot ETF approvals and an upcoming halving, cutting it in half, have some investors bullish on this token. So we all know that stocks like Mara and Riot have been rising. Coinbase has been rising. All of those are going to be dependent upon what Bitcoin does. The run-up in the market reminds me of the late 90s when everyone was making money hand over fist. And then what happened, we got into the tech bubble. And then how many of you, you know, I want to take that. I want to take what John just said. How many of you think that the AI run is akin to the .com bubble? Type a 1. I am going to type a 2. I would put in 2. I think AI is a different animal. I think it's running along with what's going on in the current markets, conditions, and technology. I am going to say I don't think that that is the case, but it is reminiscent of the .com bubble, as this industry has been running just like in the .coms were. So I see a lot of 2s here. I see a lot of 2s here. Now, Akshaya asked the question, Glenn, are you going to get the lunar lander working? It is tilted over. I need a 10-bagger. Yeah. So I just said, Lunar went to the moon, tipped on its side, and went boom. But Akshaya, it is still sending back data. All right, that's the good part. It is still sending out beta. But companies are making money. And a lot of the .com companies were not, Bill, were not making money. John said the same thing. You know, a lot of those .com companies were just rocking and rolling, but they weren't making money. At least these, what we're going through right now with the AI boom, these companies are rocketing, but they are making money. So I just wanted to see where your heads were. Is that I don't think that it's a bubble like the .com bubble, but it is. I think it's a great opportunity to make money as technology keeps evolving. It's going to be a beautiful thing. Hold on, I got to drink some water. I had enough coffee today. ACMR, is that on my list? ACMR is on my list, JR. All right. What else is in here? How about Berkshire? How about it's got a market cap close to $1 trillion? You know something? With the way he's been investing over the years, I think it took a long time to get to that 1 trillion. That's my opinion. But nonetheless, it's here. They made money in the Q4. A lot of people follow him. He makes money. There's no if, ands, or buts about it. AI with big players will be pervasive and everywhere. It looks like Lunar's stock fell over just like the lander. I'm with you, Michael. It did. And I just want everybody to know that my stop was hit on the gap. So I'm out of it. And, you know, it was still a small portion of my portfolio, as I mentioned in the video. Next story. Also Berkshire jumps after big profit as conglomerate nears $1 trillion valuation. That's just big. We just saw that NVIDIA just got $1.6 trillion, it's going to be pushing $2 trillion. How many of you think that NVIDIA is going to overtake Apple in market capitalization? Type of 1. How many of you think that NVIDIA will overtake Apple as the #1 market cap company? All right. Type of 1 in the room. Lifestyle says, Lunar gave me 25 to 30%, but it took back 15. You still made money on it. You still made money. Who said 2? I want to say 2 because I'm an Apple geek. Kevin says 2. He's about the only one that says 2. I want to say 2, but I think at the rate that it's going, the rate that the technology is moving, the companies. Akshaya says NVIDIA will be $4 trillion. I can't say no to that. I can't say no to that. All right. So that was on Berkshire. Amazon joins the Dow. Anybody know what company got kicked off the Dow to put Amazon on? Anybody know what got kicked off the Dow to put Amazon on? Type it in the room. All right. Lou says you think that this is a bubble tech. Ooh, you're a minority in the room for that, Lou. Yep, it was Walgreens. It was Walgreens. Now, you look at it this way. You look at some of the companies that are still on the Dow, right? It wasn't Walmart, Manju. It was Walgreens. Let's just let you know. How many of you think that the Dow is going to make room for NVIDIA? Type a yes in the room. How many of you think that the Dow Dow is going to try to make room for NVIDIA in the Dow 30? Type of yes in the room or no. All right. I'm thinking that Manju said wall something. Like I think with the move in NVIDIA price-wise and market cap-wise, I don't know what they take out of. As a matter of fact, we're gonna look at that in a second. Rosa says no. Okay, interesting. Bob says no. All right, we're gonna take a look at that in a second. Tesla rival Boyd launches electric supercar that could take on Ferrari. 233,000. So the reason why Elon was fighting with Musk is because Boyd was putting out an $11,000 all-electric vehicle. And he went after that business to sell more cars and said, forget the bottom line, I want to sell more cars. Now, Boyd turns around and says, ha, Tesla, we don't have to just build these $11,000 cars. We're going to build and release a supercar to take on Ferrari, all electric. Wow, is all I can say. Wow. Janice says, NVIDIA, hold my bear. Watch this. I hear you. I hear you, Janice. I'm looking at, I know Emilio's, we got sound on the list. I got you, my friend. Actually, it's my number one, my first stock on the list when we go look at your stocks. What would they drop off the Dow? So, Carol, that's what I'm going to take a look at in a second. In earnings coming up this week, some of the earnings I want to keep my eyes on. Zoom, I don't think that they're going to do all that. I don't think they're going to do well. That's my 2 cents, because I think that there's so many other ways to go outside of Zoom. Zoom was big through, again, COVID. I'm not sure I'm a big fan of Zoom. What else? Norwegian, people still sailing. Actually, 2025, next year, we're going on Norwegian. We're going on a 7-day cruise, a Hawaiian cruise. Ooh, I'm excited about that. And 3 of the nights, we are docked in on Hawaii Islands. So that means that they'll be there all night. I'm feeling that. I'm loving that. I'm loving that. So Norwegian, people still selling. Lowe's, interesting on Lowe's. With the housing boom, building of the houses, I think that's going to help Lowe's. Cracker Barrel, I don't know if I ever told you this, but besides Golden Corral, Cracker Barrel, I do like Cracker Barrels. And they don't have a chocolate fountain. They don't have a chocolate fountain. Roger says Zoom is immeasurably more reliable than Teams. I don't know that. Joey, did we ever use Zoom here? I don't remember if we did. I think we did early on, and then we moved over to Teams. Joey, are you there? Are you asleep? Sigh. I think he's asleep. Do you like PFE, Glenn? Nor I like PFE. I like Moderna because they are going after RSV. They are not selling COVID vaccines, but they are bumping up in the sales of RSV vaccines. Can we go on your cruise with you? No. Okay, there you go. I like the fried okra. I can't stand okra. OMG. I can't stand it. Home Depot is paying a $9 dividend per share. Now, is Lowe's doing that? I haven't looked to see if Lowe's is doing that as well. Joey, get on that. No, he's not going on me on that cruise either. That ain't happening. Workday is a buy on earnings. I saw Workday. I didn't look deep into it. I didn't look deep into a lot of these. Beyond Meat, I think, is poopy. That's what I think. It was hot when it was hot, but there's a lot of other brands out there for meatless stuff. What else? Novavax, I do like going forward because I'm on board with Pfizer and Moderna and Novavax. I think all of them are going after RSV. 98 likes means I'll even bump it up. I got 10 stocks. Right there. All right. So if you want to see more than 10 stocks, I got to see more likes. 1 stock for every 10 likes. Celsius, I think is going to be good. Best Buy, I'm not sure. Zscaler, I think it's going to be good because it's in the space of protection. So I like them. Dell, I'm not sure about. Hewlett Packard, I'm not sure about. Plug, I think with the whole hydrogen thing, maybe. Fubo TV, I'm taking an interest in because I recently cut the plug for cable, and I'm looking at all of these other places that give you free streaming stuff. So Tidewater, I still like from an oil play. We made a lot of Novavax, a lot on Novavax during the COVID, absolutely. So I'm thinking that the RSV scenario situation will do good for Pfizer, Moderna, and Novavax. I bought Cell recently on the low cheat entry. I do like Celsius. I do like Celsius. All right. So those are earnings. Let's get into the software. Again, looking at what's going on in the market. We are at 3-month highs. Let's go to the viewers. And let's go. Oh, you guys are looking at my Monday video. That stinks. The stocks from my Monday video. Let's go into indices first. Let's go into. So Jarrett, I already talked about Lunar. It dropped so much, it got me out. I still like the stock long term, even though it's not fundamentally sound. I still like it for the purposes of what they're doing. I think there's a lot more left for it to do. Looking at the indices, everything is up, not by a lot. Going back to the graphs, looking at the day. Let's go put this on a 3-month graph. You know, the wicks are not that, the bodies are not huge. We are at a 3-month high. We did break out of a channel. Market still has some up. But today, looking at the stocks, the spiders are flat to up. Everything else, the biggest mover would be the VIX and the Qs. Nope. People are jumping into the riskier stocks. IWM is up the most. Up 0.7%. Earnings this week. Again, we looked at them. I put the biggest ones into the watch list, sort these by relative safety. Which companies have the biggest opportunity to beat earnings? Celsius, there's Workday. Workday is up there. Berkshire, AutoZone. These companies have high relative safeties. The ones that have the low relative safeties, Virgin Atlantic. I could have put that with the Lunar story, but man, look at the relative safety. Fisker, Polestar, both of these are EVs. I saw a story that Lee went up bigly. I'm not a fan of the EV space right now. I think that a lot of companies are having a hard time selling EVs. More and more companies are moving to hybrids. So Beyond Meat, I'm not a fan of. AMC, meme stock, not a fan of. Cracker Barrel towards the middle of the list, got a relative safety of 0.7. A lot of these companies not only have low relative safeties, but their sell recommendations too. Going back up towards the top of the list, the companies that have the nice relative safeties tend to be stocks that are high VST, buy recommendations. Again, these are the companies I think will do well as far as earnings. All that really matters, though, is what the forward guidance is going to be. All right, all that really matters is what the forward, and I have no indicator for forward guidance. I've got no indicator for forward guidance. Dan says Lunar is BS. Dump it. I think it's more than BS, but again, that's only my insight. I said in the video that it wasn't a fundamental play. I think the news of what they are doing is what drove the stock's price higher. All right, I don't think it's full BS. I'm not going to even say full apart. I think that it's got some merit to move up, but I think when it fell down, go boom, a lot of people said, oh my goodness, and the price fell down and went boom as well. All right, I want to see something. Watch lists, S&P, DJ watch lists. Let's go to the industrials. If I were looking to add NVIDIA to the list, what company would I get rid of? And you know what I would sort this by market cap. I would sort this by market cap to give me an idea of, and at the bottom of the list by market cap, Walgreens got pushed out. All right. What is this Dow? Stock analysis report. What's this? Which engages in development of innovative solutions, packaging. All right, fine, whatever. That might go. I think that might go. Lunar is similar to other space stocks, highly dependent on success and failures. Is Disney on here? Whoa. There's a lot of people, but I don't know if you could justify taking Disney off the list by way of market cap. Intel's on the list. IBM is on the list. I would go towards the bottom of the list to see and it would be Walgreens is coming off. I'd look at Dow, Travelers, or 3M. Interesting. Could you take Boeing off the list? They're in the aerospace and defense. I just wanted Dow Chemicals. Thank you, Tom. I just wanted to see, honestly, what stock you would consider getting out of on the list. So that was the reason why I went that route, just to take a Bill says 3M, remove it. Well, at least, if nothing else, by way of looking at this list sorted by market cap, you can get some semblance of what stocks might be. And WBA was at the bottom of the list by market cap. Look at that. Maybe that was a big reason of getting it out. And if that's the case, then you would look at these stocks, these last 3 stocks on the list, to see which ones you would get out to bring NVIDIA on. Boeing is too big to fail. I'm sort of with you on that, Tom. A lot of people would say buy the Disney, and I know why you would, but the market cap doesn't justify it. Leo's, the market cap doesn't justify it. I understand why a lot of people feel that way, and I'm with you. But the market cap wouldn't justify getting rid of it. All right, let's go back to my viewers for today. We did earnings. Where's the money going? All right, let's go. And if Fitz is right, they also do try to replace like industries. AI is here to stay. Its applications continue to expand across various industries, revolutionizing process and offering innovative solutions. So again, TRV is doing well with other insurance companies as of late, so maybe you don't get rid of them. All right, let's go see where the money's going today. I've got ETFs that cover the full gambit of the market. It's in natural gas today. Natural gas is the big mover. Uranium is right behind it, followed by oil, lithium, and oil. That's where the money is going today. Let's go get you some fish. Speculative, MPI, one day optionable. This is my place for you. They're all optionable. But all of these have met the criteria of the MPI 3-month graph. Look at that. Trend and trigger. Wow, that was a big shooting star, no follow through. Look at the buying pressure on today's candle, trading at the high. I'd like to see it take that 3-month level out, but AXTI moving sideways. I like the trigger part of it. Let's go to the next one. Mama. Right at a 3-month level of resistance at $4.09. What is it? $4.99. Real close to it. Real close to it. Trading at session highs. I got trigger and I just got trend. I may like that as long as it goes above the 3-month high. The next one is talk, trigger, and trend. I'd be careful with this trigger because it's close to the high of this 40-day moving average of RT. But I do like a new 3-month high, inexpensive stock. And the next to last stock on here, BCAB. I'm not sure I really like that one. And EXFY, Expensify. This could be an early entry after the stock has been beaten up. I don't have trend. I do have trigger, but I've got 3 candles going up off of this low. I may want to definitely keep my eye on that. All right. That's one set of fish for you. Another set would be on the MPI enhanced. Let's go see what stocks are here. Decker, MLM, Train. That Train is in the air conditioner, people. Dell and SAP. All of these are going up. Fundamentally sound stocks across the board. And last one, let me give you my picks for this week. A lot of fish. I've got IBP, Top Build, Meta, Abercrombie, and Pulte. All again, financially, fundamentally sound stocks, all buy recommendations, all of them going up with the exception of Top Build. So that's all my list of fish for you today. All right, let's go to weekly customer picks. How many likes we got, Joey? Can you check that for me? How many likes? All right, I can put up 11 stocks. All right, I can put up 11 stocks. I've already got the stocks that I'm putting in, okay? If before I'm done I get more likes, I'll put more. ACMR is 3, QS 4, NMR 5, SoFi 6, NU 7, SMCI 8, GOOGL 9, OCU 10, OCU. Did I not have OCU? OCU? Maybe it's OCUL 10 and one more LYT. All right. How many likes do we have right now? So that was enough. That was 11. That was 11. Now I can go up to 13. All right. Now I can go up to 13. So after that, I got CPRX, comma, ARM, comma, I'm going to put on those 2 Japanese ETFs, DJX. All right. 13. I got 13. Check one more time. I need 3 more to get. I need 3 more to get one more stock. 3 more to get one more stock. If not, we're going 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. These are the stocks that we're going to look at today. All right. Do you bribe your friends too? No, it's not a bribe. Listen, listen, does anybody think that my ask right there is not fair? Type of 1 if you think that what I'm asking for is fair. Type of 2 if you think it's not fair. That's all I want to know. Type of 1 if you think my ask is fair. Type of 2 if you think that it's unfair. I want to know because I'm not trying to piss all of you off. I know I may piss some of you off. Sorry about that. I may piss some of you off, but I'm not trying to piss everybody off. All right. I think it's fair. I think it's fair. I think the majority of the chat is saying that it's fair as well. All right. Good. Most of the time you do earn it. All right. And I mean, I'm trying to, I got 142, so I could put one more. Go back up to the list. I'll put one more. PANW. All right. There's 14. There's 14. The other 2 are Japanese ETFs. All right. The other 2 are Japanese ETFs. All right. With that, Alfreda says, you do a great job. Thank you, Alfreda. John says, Glenn, you never piss me off. Joey didn't pay me to say that either. He probably did. He probably did. All right. Let's peep these out. If any of these are your stocks, LYT and QS went at the bottom of the list. Just want you to know, and their sells. They're at the bottom of the list, and they are sells. Top picks, SMCI, AMD. Look at that. It's over and over. Wow. ANF valued at 142. Is ANF on here? Didn't I put ANF on another list? ANF was on another list. It was on my fish list, wasn't it? There's the MPI. There's the enhanced. I've talked about ANF on more than one occasion. I know. Sorry, it's not on either one of those. I've talked about ANF. I definitely have. All right, Emilio said 145 likes. I got 14 stocks up there. Oh, DJX, not DXJ. Oops, sorry about that. DJX. It's DXJ. Where is it? Oh, yeah. Let's delete that. And let's go put up DXJ. Sorry about that. Thank you. DXJ. Glenn, why you always worry about what people think? Did someone say something? No, I didn't say anybody said anything. No. No, I just wanted to make sure. That's all. Rounding it up makes 15. I didn't round it up. How about that? There we go. Joey blurted out ANF as a recommendation. Did he really? Did he really? No, he didn't. What? No. All right. Because Joey said it, I'll put it, but he had nothing to do with it. All right. Let's go look at these stocks and let's go look at Robo. Let's go portfolios. Let's go my portfolios. Let's go find midday market. Midday market. Let's see what your stocks look like. Look at you guys. 2.96%. Looks like some stocks got stopped out though. Remember that these have, what are we in neutral? My stops on these is a 20% gain or 5% loss. All right. Let's go turn this off real quick so I can add more stocks. And you know what else I want to look at? I want to see what stocks got. Let's go to trade history. Let's go see close. What did we close out of recently? Look at that. We made money on FTAI. Let's go do it this way. What stocks? We lost money on Lux and GCT and Quick and Mara. Look at that. What stocks have we made money on? Alar, FTAI, GCT. We made 20% on SMCI. These are stocks that you wanted to buy. There's ELF. Somebody said something about ELF. We got into it and we made 20% on it. Look at that. FTAI, more than once we made money on. There we go. All right. Let's go see what stocks we're going to add today. Let's go back to viewers. Graph them all. All right. Let's bust the move. AMD, are we in it? Let me go to the portfolios real quick. AMD, we are not. We're in Deckers, Meta, MGMX, and Visa. And are we up on all of them? Yes, we are up on all of the stocks that are in your portfolio right now. All right. AMD, yes or no? AMD, I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no on AMD right now. I would like to see, I want to wait for the right buying opportunity. I wanted to see the break above that. We got trend. We lost trigger. I'm going to say no. John says yes. Why, John? One, it's a down day today. I will never buy into a stock that's got a down day, number one. Number two, I'd really like to see it get out of its own way. I don't say that I don't like the stock. I actually like the stock. I'm just saying right now I wouldn't put it into the portfolio. We're going to move on past AMD. All right. Next one. Goodness gracious. Are we in ANF? We are not. Yes or no? Remember, put the ticker symbol and then yes or no. Put the ticker symbol and then yes or no. I'm yes. I am definitely yes. We got trend. We got trigger. I'm watching that though. I'm going to add something to this graph. Technical, and I'm going to add MACD. MACD is still positive. I'm still good with, I say yes on ANF. You guys are saying it too. All right, let's go add it to the portfolio. ANF. ANF, get the price now. $1,000. Apply. Okay. It's in there. All right, it's in there. What is meant by trigger? So, Bob, looking at what we call the near perfect indicator, we have moving averages on the price of the stock, a 5 and a 40. This is as long as the 5 is above the 40, when the blue line is above the red line, we have trend. Trigger is looking at the 5 and the 40 on relative timing. And this is a quick indicator to get you out, even though we have trend, and get you back in when we do have trend. When the green line goes above the red line, that's trigger. Here we did have trigger. It's moving down, but the green line is still above the red line. Does that help you, Bob? Does that help you? All right. Hopefully it does. Bought AMF after watching you around December 14th and up 48%. Nice going, Joe. All right, let's go to the next one. New, yes or no? I got positive MACD. It pulled back, jumped up. I got trigger. and I got trend. All right, yes or no on NU. And I'm at a 3-month high. And I'm at a 3-month high. NU, yes, I got nothing but love for you, baby. I got nothing but love. NU. Anybody know Heavy D? NU. So I tell you all a quick story. I DJ'd a 40th birthday at a brewery this weekend. The manager liked it so much, he's thinking about having me come back on Saturdays and DJ for them. On Saturdays at the brewery. I'm kind of excited about that. I'm kind of excited about that. He liked it so much. He said, man, you said a great vibe. But he's thinking about hiring me on Saturdays to do it. Will the possible government shutdown affect the market? Absolutely, Lynette. But you don't hear anybody talking about the shutdown. Interesting that nobody's talking about it. And it's going to be next month, right? I think they kick the can down the road until next month, to March. But yeah, that could definitely affect the market. All right, let's go to the next stock. ARM. I like the play. I like the gap that never got filled. I got a trend going up. You know what I'm looking for, though? Got a little bit of a wedgie going on. Yes or no on ARM? I got MACD says positive. I got a little wedge. You guys, Glenn, is Palantir a great long-term investment? I own it, Clyde. I do own it. I like the stock over Snowflake. It's cheaper, and I think Palantir's got a lot more contracts out there. All right. I'm saying no. I think no on ARM because we got a wedge. I would really like to see the stock take out the 3-month high, though. Let me erase that one. But I do got a wedge going on. I'd like to see if it's going to break to the upside, and then I'd like to see it break out the bust. So I'm going to say no. A lot of people are saying wait. I go into ARM. I got more no's than yeses, Manju. All right. I'm not in ARM. I always like to try to tell you every stock that I'm in. I'm not in ARM. I love Ryan has done great videos on ARM. Right now, coming off that high, I'd like to see it break out. So I'm going to say no on ARM. ACMR. Anybody know what that candlestick pattern is called? I like the rise in MACD. We just got trigger, but anybody know what that candlestick pattern is called right there? Type it in the room. And it could, Palantir is better and stickier than Snowflake. Palantir has great moat and it's vertical. Hanging Man. And look at that. You sucked me into that, Kevin. It's a hanging man. Hanging man is at a top. Hammer is at a bottom. That's a hanging man. I think that it could be a possible reversal sitting right at resistance. I say no on ACMR right now. I think from the low, though, the stock has made money and it's been very volatile. But I say, when would I buy when ACMR? If I wasn't in it here, I'd wait for it to break above the 3-month. I'd wait for it to wait. And John says, look at it longer term. Remember, I'm trying to find something for you now. Even longer term, the stock is volatile. I'd like to play these MACD moves. Think about that. All right. I would play these MACD moves. Great opportunity. Went negative, back and forth. Right here. Little bit of an opportunity right here. Little bit of an opportunity. This stock is volatile. But when it moves, I like using the MACD as a way to get in. And right now, the MACD is still positive and it's moving up, but I don't like the hammer. So I'm going to say no on ACMR. What did Bob say? Bob said something. And you guys are just chatting it up. When I got this many people in the room, it's harder to keep up with the chat. But I still try. What happened to Lunar? What to do now that we're already in a position is down 40%? Rajiv, the first thing I tell you about any stock is you should already have a stop in place. The stock gapped down through my stop and got me out of the stock. It gapped down through my stock and got me out of the stock. All right, so Tom says, sure, if that's your cup of tea, I prefer to sleep well at night. And you know something? Not every stock that we see is going to be for everybody in the room, right? I'm going to say no on this ACMR. Now, this would be an aggressive play. I like that the stock gapped, found a new 3-month low, fading the gap, very little wick at the top. Now, MACD is not telling me it's time to get back in, and I don't have trigger. What say you about PANW? What say, I look at this as a regression trade. Whew, it could go either way. What say you about, I want to see. Joey, I'm going to need your help on this. No, I'm not complaining that there's too many people. Yeah, I'm not. Joey, are you here? Joey, wake up. You got to help me on. You got to help me on PNAW. You see more yeses or no?
Yeah. I'm gonna go yes.
You gonna go with yes?
Yep.
Fine. I wouldn't go with yes. But y'all like Joey. Y'all think, and and y'all like Joey and think Joey is a whiz at this, even though he's not. Even though he's not.
Watch and see. Watch and see.
All right. That's what Joey says. Joey says, watch and see. All right.
Guess who didn't buy Lunar? Me.
Really? Really, Joey? Wow. Really, Joey? Wow. That is, I'm going to have to hit that again. That was messed up. Wow. Ravi says, Glenn, you made a video saying Lunar could hit 100, then why the panic to sell, not to hold it? Oh, Ravi. So, Ravi, you're going to be one of those people that take exactly what I said and go run with it. Did you see what else I said in the video? 1, I said that it was a speculative play. 2, I said that if that wasn't your deal, don't buy it. 3, I said that I liked it and I gave you my reason why I liked it. 4, I had a stop on it even though I bought it and I expected everybody else to do that. So I own it. I own the idea that I made the video. I'm not backing down from that. And I still think that it can 10 bag. I still believe that. But no matter what I believe, what is the stock telling you? What is the stock telling you? Isidro said he made 24% on Lunar overnight. Thank you very much. There's a lot of people that did make money when I first talked about it. Ravi, there's a lot of people. When I got into it, I made a little bit of money. I held it to my stop and got out. So, oh no, I'll own it, Ravi. I'll own it. I made the video. I still stand by the video. Right now is not the right time to be in the stock. There you go. I'm not afraid to walk away from it. I'm not afraid to own it. I said it. I made the video. I still believe it. But is it overreaction? I don't think so. And I say it this way. Anytime I buy into a speculative play, I give it some room. I think, like I said, it was a 12 to 15% stop that I had. On a volatile stock, I give it some room. I think that that's enough room, me personally, I think that that's enough room to let a volatile stock move. All right, and that's my insight. If Joey wasn't here right now, this video, whatever. I want to punch you, Joey. I still want to punch you. All right, so we'll see. We'll see. And Kevin is right. I don't want the emotion and say, well, you know, I had to stop. It went through my stop. It gapped through my stop, and that's that. Did we say yes or no on PA? Oh, did we get into it? We did. And look at the stock's price, still trading near session highs. I honestly made the most on Lunar than any other stock this month. Thanks, Glenn. There you go, Ravi. There you go. So, Ravi, I own it. Don't try to put me on the chopping block for it. All right, I'll own it. I'll talk about it, the whole 9 yards. But I put a lot of flags in the video. I put a lot of flags in the video. I didn't tell anybody in this room to back up the truck, go put all your money in. That's what a lot of other YouTubers do. I didn't do that. I was very honestly insightful on that stock. Christopher, no, I'm fine. I'm fine, Christopher. I am. I'm going to leave it alone now. I'm done talking about it. All right. Let's go to the next one. Is ARM on my list? I think it is. Wow, Google is ooh. Let me show you this. Ooh. And because it's down day, I'm not going to tell you to get into it. Because it's a down day, I'm not going to. Isidro, I gave you like 15 stocks worth of fish today. Did I not? Did I already do that? I gave fish. Did I not? Dude, I swear I did. I gave you some fish today. I did. Ravi says, I said I made 10% and was out before I saw your video. I got you. Okay. I got you, Ravi. Always, and I didn't even bring up, really? Really? So you're a Carolina fan? All right. Our lifestyle coach said Glenn did give the warning. And I did. All right. Time to get out of Google? My answer to that is, look at that. I got a level of support here sitting at 139. Yeah, I would say that. MACD is not there. Trigger's not there. I do love that trend is there. But again, for the longer term investor, you're going to give up some if you stay all with trend. All right. So I'm going to say no on Google. Let's go to the next one. NMR. What don't I like about this stock? All right. What don't I like about this stock? It's got trend. It's got trigger. What don't I like about the stock? For those of you who know, when I look at a graph, what I'm looking for. All right. What you mentioned you were stopped out of Mara, but it's up 18% today. Okay. I used my stops and I got out of the stock. So you know what you can do if you're still hot and heavy on crypto, you keep it on the stock, or you keep it on a watch list, Kevin, and you wait for a better entry. Yeah, I'm okay with that. You know, I'm okay. I wonder if I can do this. I can do that. MARA. I got out of it. It hit my stops. You know, that's tough. I don't want to sit through that not knowing how much further it can go. Because I could say that here and go, oh, it's gonna come back. And look at that. I could have done the same thing here. Oh, it's gonna come back. And it did. It did. So, you know something? If I were using the MPI, let me show this to you, Kevin. Let me show this to you. If I were using the MPI, I would have never gotten out of it. How about that, Kevin? If I were using the MPI, I would have never gotten out of it. I had trend and triggered throughout all of this. I used a different stop to get out, but by way of the MPI, I never lost trigger. Does that make sense, Kevin? So it all depends on what your stops are and what you're looking at. And it is up 18. That's a big up day today. Beautiful. Beautiful. I got out because I had my stops in place and I got out. All right, let's go. I got to get through this. NMR. Oh, what I told you what I didn't like about what I don't like is the smallness of the bars. The smallness of the bars. And Mara's coming out on Thursday. I think that crypto, Bitcoin is moving. The spot ETF on Bitcoin is moving. I think both of those things are going to have a positive effect on stocks like Mara and Riot. I think it rises. I think it rises right now. I think it's garnering more attention. I'm not a fan of crypto, but I'm never going to lose out and make you lose out on an opportunity. Did you guys tell me yes or no on this one? Emily O says crypto is here to stay. Yeah, I don't know if I have enough data to say that yet, Emily O. I don't think I have enough data to say that. All right, but if it is, I'll back it. What's up, Amir? All right, anybody yes or no on NMR? I don't like the smallness. I saw that somebody said size matters. That's messed up. It had nothing to do with that. I'd like to see it take out that 591 level. I do like the trend. I do like the trigger. I'd like to see it take out that level. All right, I got more no's than that. I got to get through these stocks. Soundhound, big move. In a space that's hot. Yes or no on Soundhound? I got trend and trigger. Yes or no on Soundhound? Yes or no? Burr is my crypto ETF. You like it? Okay. Bill is with Leo in regards to crypto. Bitcoin and Ethereum are here to stay. Okay. Interesting that we would be buying right at the high on a 3-month graph. Yes or no on sound? Yes or no on sound? Joey, I'm probably going to need your help here too. Yes or no on sound? I'm watching your mouse move. There you go.
No.
Joey says no. Why, Joey?
Well, I think you should know. I think you know.
No, Joey, I want to hear what you got to say. What you got to say, Joe? All right, so I now you see exactly what Joey's understanding of stocks really is. All right, I'm gonna say no. I say no because we're probably buying at a high right now after this 3-month run. So I still like this.
You cut me off when I said that.
No, I didn't cut you off at all, Joe.
Look at that. Look at that bar. Come on, man. Ain't no stick. Get out of here.
Wow. All right. I'm gonna say no. I wanted you to keep sound on your one day up, and that's the biggest day up after all of these days. That's a little bit of a red flag. And that wasn't an earnings play, was it? It was an earnings play. I'm gonna wait on this. Are you cranky here after leaving all your fun to do? I'm not cranky. I'm never cranky. All right. Ooh, CPRX. Yes or no on CPRX? Let me break this down. Freehand line. I'm hitting higher lows. I'm right at a level of resistance. I got no trigger. I got no trend. MACD just went over. CPRX, yes or no? I'm going to say no. The boat's already left the harbor, says Tom. Any reports coming out this week you are concerned about? Yeah, the GDP report coming out on Thursday. Everybody's saying no. That's my big report coming out this week that I need to keep my eyes on. GDP. Glenn's mic is cutting in and out. Ooh. Is this something that I got going on, Joey?
That was me asking the question, Glenn? That's me asking a question there?
Oh.
So, I'm asking them.
Wow. Why you got to be a jerk about it?
That's how that works.
Why you got to be a jerk about it?
Now you guys don't see how Lindsay...
What? Why you got to be a jerk about it? Wow. All right. That's fine. Going to the next one. Ooh. You know something? How come nobody brought to my attention that Japan was moving like this? I'm actually writing that down for myself. DXJ. I love that graph. You guys want it in the portfolio? Yes or no? You guys want it? Don't listen. You guys want it in the portfolio? Glenn, check out Root. Want to hear your thoughts on that. I'm probably not going to pull that one up because Joey's going to start yelling at me in a second. He's going to start yelling at me in a second because I'm going, I like DXJ. We're going to go get some DXJ. Add a trade. Joey, would you buy I'm not asking you nothing. DXJ. I'm so not asking you nothing. $1,000. Apply. We're in DXJ. That's a beautiful looking equity curve on an ETF. I like that. Good gravy. Nobody said anything about it. I gotta find out what that's all about. No, it's a down day. I wouldn't buy it. I'd keep this on the radar though. I do like that after it leveled out in a little bit of a sideways move, it slowly went up. We had trend. We got trigger. The 5 went above the 40 on RT. That was a beautiful entry. And then I'm watching the build up in MACD, but I got a little bit of selling pressure. Even though the MACD has gone up, I'm going to say no. Big selling pressure on today. That's big enough to be a shooting star pattern. That's big enough to be a shooting star pattern. DXJ has dividends. Add parameter, dividend paid. I got 0 as far as dividend. Sorry. The $3.03. I like that. I really do like that. I'm glad we got into it. All right. We said no on a cool because of the big wick. We said no, right? Japanese Nikkei 225 recently surpassed all-time high, reaching 19. I'm getting ready to, I'm telling you, I'm going to jump on that. I'm going to jump on that ETF. Can someone tell me how cyber makes money? Please. You talk about CyberArk? I think it's in the space of, what am I looking for? Where did I call that? I hate getting old sometimes. Cybersecurity. That's why. I think that as the space is moving up for AI, for moving up for AI, my side-by-side industry was going to be cybersecurity. That's why. I like the cybersecurity stocks. I have CyberArk. I saw CyberArk. Where is cybersecurity? Wow, I gotten rid of some of these stocks in the cybersecurity. Is that really? I did? I sure did. I got no more cybersecurity plays. They all went away. They all got sold. CyberArk, that might make sense to get rid of CyberArk. All my cyber stocks right now are hitting the doldrums. All right. I'm going to pass that one. I only need one. Ooh, SoFi. SoFi. I do have higher lows. Ooh. How about I got me a little bit of a wedgie going on here? I'd like to see which way it breaks out. I'm going to say no on SoFi. I want to see, excuse me, I want to see the stock break out of the wedge. You agree with that on SoFi, yes or no? You agree with that on SoFi, yes or no? I only got a few more stocks here. SoFi owns ton of ARM. I hear that. But it's wedged out. If it breaks above, I'd get into it. If it breaks above the wedge, I'd get into it. I like the investment in ARM, but I need it to get out of that wedge. You said Snowflake. I'm a big Palantir fan and compared to Snowflake. Did you give Glenn an atomic wedgie? Now that would be a good shirt. You know, we need to come up with shirt ideas with YouTube statements on it. You agree with that, Joey? We might do that. We need a mug shirt. And would y'all like that? Type mug in the chat as a t-shirt. That'd be interesting. Type mug in the chat as a t-shirt. Yes or no? I'm going to say no on SoFi. Let's go to we're almost done. Ooh. Who gave me lit? Oh my gosh. Stop typing mug in the room. The idea was mug. Oh, yeah. Sing's great on YouTube. Gone fishing shirt. Why? Because we give fish, right? I like that. Gone fishing for stocks. I like that. Stop it, Joey. I'm not taking lit. I'm so not taking lit. All right. And the last one in the list, I'm not taking QuantumScape either. I know it's got an up day, but I got no trend. I got no trigger, and MACD is getting worse to the downside. I'm saying no to QuantumScape. Joey is king shirts. No. Gives me a headache. You're giving me a headache. Gone fishing with Glenn holding a chicken finger, dipping it in the chocolate fountain. Really? Wow. I like that too. An ooh-wee t-shirt. I do. Y'all down for an ooh-wee t-shirt? I like that. An ooh-wee t-shirt. Put me on my last screen, Joey. I do like that. B182. I looked at all of the stocks that I could look at today. Joey baits the line for God. I like the ooh-wee t-shirt. I do like the ooh-wee t-shirt. Ooh, put VectorVest on it right here. And then on the bottom it says, ooh-wee. How big is your fish? I got big fish. That could have gone the wrong way, U12, if I let it. But we got big fish. John says, you're welcome, Glenn. I like the ooh-wee t-shirt. I thought SMCI was on the list. Put me back, Joey. SMC, didn't I look at SMCI? I swore I did. Why doesn't it show me? It was on my list, so I am going to put it up there. It was on my list, SMCI. Yikes. SMCI. All right, it was on my list. Yeah, I did miss. All right. 3 month. Interesting. Look at that. There's a gap. I had a level right there of 825.25. Look at where today's candle, look at where today's wick stopped. Right there. Am I ready to buy into SMCI again? No. What I am looking for, here's a trend line, a short trend line. Let me get above that trend line first. The stock's got great upside because it's in a hot space, da-da-da. I lost trigger. I still have trend, and MACD is getting worse and worse and worse. So I'm not I'm not feeling SMCI right now. All right. If you're in it though, and it hasn't hit your stop, leave it alone. All right. If it hasn't hit your stop, leave it alone because it did stop at that level of the gap. All right. I gotta go eat lunch. Joey's a slave driver. I couldn't even get to eat my lunch today. TNX rise today. I am. What? You didn't let me eat my lunch today. I mean, it is what it is. No, Ravi, I gotta go. I'm past my time. I usually supposed to take these up until 1 o'clock, but you know I like talking to you guys, so it's at 1:16. Ravi, I gotta go. All right. With that being said, folks, who has eaten 3? You've eaten 3 times today. You probably have. I haven't. Glenn, I thought you were giving up lunch for Lent. No, I was giving up lunch for a fast, the 21-day fast at my church. I don't do Lent. We had a fast at church. All right. I made it pretty much. Don't worry about it. That's between me. That's between me and God. You leave me alone. All right. I prayed a lot. So with that being said, I got to go, folks. I got the 6 p.m. video tonight. We're going back to the top weekly picks for the U.S. and for Canada. So tune in for that. I got my top weekly pick for U.S. and Canada. That's the Monday video. With that, was not here today. I know Janice was here. That's my number 2. Was not here. That was my number 3. Fasting on Monday, Wednesday. No, I fasted. I did fast. I'm giving up liver for Lent. I give up liver forever. I give up liver forever. I don't do Lent. I don't do liver. That's not good. All right, folks, with that, adios, arrivederci, ciao, au revoir, sayonara, aloha to all my peeps in Hawaii. Odabu, bom dia, salam, shalom, namaste, yasu. Until the next time, folks, see ya.